Hey everyone, RG with RG Fam Games here with a special video for you. Today, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Midwest Gaming Classic, which happened last weekend. I only got to be there for a short time, had some other things that came up, but I did get to meet some of my favorite YouTubers. I also got to, I have a couple pickups that I'm going to share. But it really was an amazing time. I've been to very few conventions in my life. I've only been to, I've been to an E3 when E3 was huge. So, and then hard to top an E3. I've been to TwitchCon, but in as far as just a kind of a regular gaming convention, I haven't really been to any other than the Midwest Gaming Classic over the last couple of years. It's here in Milwaukee, in my hometown. It's amazing. I'm sure other videos you'll be able to see the size and the scope, and you can pretty much play anything in video game history. They have on display and playable. A great vendor hall, of course, with some vendors, some friends like Respawn Retro Gaming has a booth there. Bunch of amazing vendors. And the people are awesome. There's so much. There's wrestling going on. They had a wrestling ring set up there with a live wrestling show. Smash tournaments. There's so much pinball, tabletop gaming tournaments. Magic the Gathering stuff, Pokemon stuff. So much. If you're looking for a gaming convention to go to, highly recommend it. Like I said, my time there was short. So I did get to talk to a few people. I didn't get any pictures or anything. I don't think about it in the moment. I don't think like, hey, I should get a picture with you, because I get kind of anxious meeting people, like especially like when I love their stuff. I do get a little, nervous, and I hate bothering people, even though I know that it's not a thing, right? Like anybody came up to me, I would totally want to talk to them, but people I got to meet, it was kind of weird. Right at the beginning on Saturday, I was there at the beginning. I was just looking for a way to get to the upstairs because there's 2 levels, and I was walking one way where I knew there was a escalator, and I walk in, and coming down the escalator like from the heavens was a whole bunch of YouTubers that I know. Tom and Lacey from Do Your Nerd, 8-Bit Glitch, J-Love, I think Captain Algebra was with them. I think there's some others. I didn't get to talk to all of them. I did get to talk to Tom from Do Your Nerd and 8-Bit Glitch. Got to talk to them for a few minutes. This was before they even got in the doors, because it turns out I was walking out. I thought I could anyway. So I got to meet them and talk to them for a few minutes, which is really cool. I'm really glad to have met them in person. Wish I could have been there longer and met up with them later. But very cool, very genuine individuals. It was amazing. It's just cool to meet people who you only see on the internet, right? But you have obviously a lot of stuff in common with. So on the convention floor, I also met people like John Riggs. John Riggs, amazing dude, and I don't know, he was just cool. He's just walking around, very gracious. Just spent some time talking about some videos that I've kind of been in his chat, in his comment sections about, waiting for him to do. We'll see if he does it eventually. He promised me he would eventually tackle a certain company in his ranking videos. But very gracious, very awesome. It was great to talk to John Riggs. Square Pegs, I saw him wandering around, talked to him as well. Just it's cool seeing people come into Milwaukee again, because this is my hometown, and I love seeing people come from outside and kind of just experience Milwaukee and see what a great town Milwaukee is, and the things that we have to offer here. So So it was really cool. It was just really cool to see those people. Got to see my friends at Respawn Retro Gaming. Obviously, they had a booth there. And then I got to wander the floor and had a lot of fun. Played some pinball. Played some Gauntlet, Dark Legacy. For some reason, I just decided to. It was there. Nobody was playing, and kind of got hooked in that for a good 30 minutes or so. It's cool when all the games are on free play, right? You can just keep on playing. So had a lot of fun, and then I spent a lot of time, just perusing the vendor hall, and seeing what was out there. And as some of the games that are top of my list are kind of some of the simulation games, the Koei games, Koei, I don't know how you pronounce it, whatever. The Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the Uncharted Waters, the Nobunaga's Ambition, the Aerobiz, those types of games. Excuse me. There was one vendor had almost all of the titles at the top of my list, and they had them complete in box, and some of them were just as minty as mint can be. There was a Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2 for the NES, that he said he got all these games from a collector. I've never seen an NES game in such mint condition. Even the guy had the manuals and maps and stuff in little tiny baggies. I wanted it so bad. Still wanted it so bad. I couldn't afford it. It was crazy expensive, but I want it. Maybe someday. I did get their card just in case, but they had all of the games I wanted. I mean, I could have easily dropped $1,000 in these games for at that place for these games. But walking around, it was cool seeing all the vendors and stuff. I did come across one pickup. I only got two pickups. So this is actually a PC game. It's a PC game that I love, and I don't think that I have anymore. If I do, I don't know where the discs are. So it was there, and it was $5. But I got the movies. The movies was by Lionhead Studios, Peter Molyneux. It's like The Sims in a way, but you're running a movie studio. And then it goes through the years from silent films all the way up to kind of modern, and I think even Steven Spielberg had a part in this movie or producing this. But you could create your own films, and then you have to deal with there's Sims like stuff where you have to make sure that caretakers are taking care of the studios. You have actors who have issues, and you have to make sure you're making the actors and actresses happy. And it's a really cool, unique movie studio simulation kind of game. I don't know if I'll ever be able to run this. This is made for like Windows 2000. So I don't know if I can just plug this in. I probably not. But it's complete. There's several discs. I think it's 3 or 4 discs here. But if you've never played it, I highly recommend it, especially if you like Sims games. It's just different. It's very different. Love the concept. Look, it's Peter Molyneux, so when he was making the game, of course, he promised that it would do a million things. It didn't, but it still did 500,000 things. Really fun game, and it was like $5. So I saw this and I was like, I need that again. I may still have my original copy somewhere. I don't know where, but I thought for $5 I'll get another copy of it. Movies, check it out, love it. And then I'll tell you, I literally spent an hour pacing and wondering if I should go buy one of those games that I previously mentioned at that booth that had all the really good expensive ones. I'm doing budget calculations in my head, looking at my wallet, going, well, if I do this, if I do that, maybe, and there was another booth, and this booth did have one of the games that I wanted. Had it for the Sega Genesis, but no manual. Has it in the box, but no manual. And it was significantly cheaper than the other options that were competing box at the other booth, which were all Super Nintendo and Nintendo. But this one's for Genesis. But it's one of the games at the top of my list of games I want for my collection, and it is Uncharted Waters. I did get an Uncharted Waters, a physical Uncharted Waters. Still in the box. Case is great. Game is in great condition. No instructions or anything. But pirate games, there's never enough pirate games. If you like pirate games, again, there's Uncharted Waters, and then there was Sid Meier's Pirates. I mean, that's really about it for like pirate kind of simulation or RPGs. So got a pretty good deal on it. He gave me a couple bucks off of it because I came back twice, and he could see the longing in my face. It was like, just sell it to me, please. I want it so bad. So he cut me a fair deal. I'm not gonna say I got a great deal, but it was a fair deal. So super excited that Uncharted Waters is officially part of my collection. I've never got to own this game as a kid. It was one of those things I could rent. I rented maybe once or twice and never was able to find it again. So to add this to the collection was great. Now I still have to get. There's a sequel to this one. There's Uncharted Waters: New Horizons for the 16-bit consoles. So I have to get that as well. That's next on my list. Yeah. So that's what I got pickups wise. That's it. Really minimal. I got two games. I wish I could have spent a lot more because I could have gone crazy. There's so many things I wanted there. So many things. But again, Midwest Gaming Classic, such a great time. The people were awesome. It was great to again meet so many familiar faces from YouTube. Even if it was just to stop and say hi and spend a few seconds, just shooting the breeze. It was just cool to see people. It was cool just to be with people. Obviously with the pandemic and stuff, it's just good to be out again and just with people. You had to be vaccinated or whatever to get in, which I'm fine with. But it was just cool to see and be with people again, and I can't wait to be doing more of that because we've all been locked up for way too long. So, but yeah, were you at the Midwest Gaming Classic? Let me know, what are your stories or whatever. What other conventions do you go to? I would really like to go to more conventions, especially now that I have this YouTube channel. My kids are a little bit mostly, more grown up, and hopefully I can get more time to do this kind of thing. I would like to maybe travel to some and do those. So let me know if you have any stories. Let's share them. I want to hear them all. And that's all I got for this video. It's kind of short and sweet. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video. Bye.